Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning. The King of Lightning is here today to do One Piece chapter 702 review. That is 7, that is 2 review. Now, before I get started, right, I want to say two things. First of all, number one, is that obviously the chapters are out earlier than usual. Now, normally the chapters come out tomorrow, Wednesday, but they are out today, Tuesday. And normally that'd be a bad thing for me, but this week is actually a good thing because tomorrow I have a test, an exam to study for, to prepare for. And because the chapter came out today, it gives me enough time to actually study and do the review. Had they come out tomorrow, then I couldn't do the chapter reviews until Thursday because of the exam. So I did look out this week. I truly did. So that's good on me. That's number one. Number two is that you guys should already know by now, but Ichiro Oda last week was sick. Ichiro Oda last week was sick, and he could not post, or he could not deliver the chapter to Weekly Shonen Jump. He couldn't do that, obviously. And that makes sense, because when you are ill, you are unable to perform certain tasks to your full extent. You just can't do it. So obviously he had to take a break. And I mean, hey, mangakas, they need a break. From what I'm hearing about their daily schedules, their daily routines, when it comes to drawing, when it comes to like 3-4 hours of sleep every day, yeah, they need a break once in a while. And I mean, that's the way it is. So people, they complain like, oh, where's the chapter? Well, hey, man, look. Ichiro Oda, we're fans of his work. But please remember that he is a human being. He's a living, breathing human being. And humans get ill. That's what happens. Alright. So, that being said, one more time. One Piece chapter 702 review. So, this week's chapter of One Piece is actually simple. Yeah, shocker, shocker. It's a simple chapter of One Piece, but first of all, the cover page. Apparently, Karibo is being confused for like a revolutionary. I'm like, who the fuck? And like, you see this guy's flag, and they're like, yo, he looks exactly like Karibo. He looks exactly like this motherfucker, and I mean, it is kind of strange because there's revolutionaries on an island that we know used to belong to Kaido. So that could mean that there is beef between the revolutionaries and Kaido. And from what I'm hearing, nobody wants to fuck with Kaido. Unless you're, you know, Monkey D, Dragon. So I mean, hey, I'm not saying that that is the case. I'm just saying it is a possibility when you consider the actual cover page. That's what I'm saying. Kaido is being confused for revolutionary, and the revolutionaries are on Kaido's island. So what does that mean? It could mean a lot of things. I mean, it could mean that Kaido himself is a part of the revolutionaries, which I highly doubt. So, but take it as you would. So that's number one, the cover page. Now, number two. This blind swordsman, which, listen, man, I've been hearing a lot of things about this guy. A lot, because, you know, like, this guy, he shocked the fuck out of everybody. Like, yo, who is this old man? I mean, we have people saying that. I mean, I originally believed that he's Fujitora. People are saying that, no, he's a revolutionary. People are saying, I mean, I've heard a lot of things in and out. I've heard a lot of things. People saying, like, you know, stuff. Just stuff. And I don't know. Now, what I do know, I mean, like, there was a video that I watched, like, a few weeks ago, done by Everything One Piece. And then in this video, he explained how he knows that all the admirals represent actual actors in, like, real-life Japan, famous old actors. And this guy, maybe Fujitora, because he actually does resemble an old actor. In fact, I believe that the actor's name, give me a second because I have it saved somewhere on my computer. Yeah, so apparently, like, this blind swordsman, he resembles the actor Shintaro Katsu. And you guys can actually look in the description down below for the actual for Ruby's site. Everything One Piece's site, which he has. It's called the One Piece Secret Cabinet, and he actually has like the admirals posted, and then he has this blind swordsman, and he looks very reminiscent to another old actor. So that could signify that this guy is in fact Fujitora, because he has the resemblance to an old Japanese actor, in which all admirals have resemblance to Japanese actors. So I mean, that is also possible as well. But the whole entire revolutionary thing is also possible as well. I mean, I'm not too sure, but all I know is that when he walked out, he gave the bartender like an address to send the bill to, and then like the guy's like, oh, whoa, like holy shit, you're fucking like whoa, like he was like whoa, and then when Luffy he walked out, he's like, yo, old man, you're pretty fucking strong, and then the guy's like, yo, man, who I am, because like he wants to know like who are you, and then he's like, who I am, for your sake as well as my sake, that question is better left unanswered. So this old man, like he has secrets. And he knows Monkey D. He knows it's Monkey D. I believe so. Either that, or he's just making the assumption that this person is of high caliber, and he's saying, look, for your sake and my sake, don't answer that question, because if you do, either I have to inform someone, or I need to fuck you up, or who knows? Who knows? But this old man, we don't know what's going on. So that's number 2, the old man. Number 3 is apparently after the guy leaves, there's been some theft going on around, and it appears that whoa, like these like one of these toys, like yo, fairies, bro, fairies. It's like fairies, like yeah, man, fairies, bro, fairies. And apparently there's fairies running around stealing shit. So and they wind up taking Zoro's Shishui. His the sword that Kengo Ryoma gave to him, and he's like, what the fuck? And Kinemon, he reveals to him, well, you better find that shit, because at some point I'm gonna challenge your ass for that sword. So like that, that's very important. And then either it was Zoro's connection with the sword, or observation haki, where he actually senses his own sword. He senses that shit. And then he's like, yo, man, you fucking fairies got greedy. And he's like, he heals toe. And then Sanji and Kinemon follow instead. Luffy was going to follow too, but Frankie stops him. And this is where shit tripped me the fuck out. I'm like, what? So that's part 2. Part 2 is that the main group that were supposed to go and destroy the factory, they have clearly deviated. They have clearly deviated from the main task at hand. That's obvious. That's very obvious. Alright? We have Zoro, Sanji, and Kinemon going on a wild goose chase, while we got Frankie and Luffy. Frankie, see, that's a rare pairing. No homo. Frankie and Luffy are going on because, they want to find out where this factory is. So they're actually sticking to the plan. Or Frankie's trying to stick to the plan. He's like, yo, stick to the fucking plan. I got it. He said on that quote, I dotted the I's and crossed the T's. So that's part 3 with the whole entire Sanji, Zoro, Kinemon, wild goose chase against the quote-unquote fairies. Now part 4 is going to be seeing Frankie interrogate one of the guys who got his ass crushed by the blind swordsman. And basically the nutshell is like, yo, you're a fucking lackey, you don't know shit, tell me where the big boys are. And the lackey tells Frankie and Luffy that, yo, like, yeah, like, you can find the big guys at the Koraida Coliseum, alright? And in the Koraida Coliseum, apparently, like, there's a big event there. And then this lackey tells him, yeah, like, they're gonna hold a competition where the prize is gonna be Ace's Mara no Mi. And Luffy's attention's like, what? Well, he's like, Ace's Mara no Mi. So that's where the chapter ends. But that's all part 4 stuff, because they all coincide. And again, seeing Frankie take charge, like I said before, amongst all the Straw Hats, Frankie and Chopper right now, they're like my least 2 favorites. But Frankie, he's taking charge. He's taking charge. He's actually the one focused on the plan here, which is, yo, we need to go we need to go and blow up this factory. while Zoro and the rest are going on a wild goose chase, and Luffy's now distracted with the whole entire Mera no Mi. Frankie's like, yo, Factory, where are the big guys so I can interrogate them too and find out where the Smile Factory is. So Frankie, you know, no, Frankie, like seriously, bro, like, you know, claps, because that's impressive for Frank. Very impressive. I like that. Taking charge. That's number 4. Number 5 is that we actually get to the get to the Coliseum, and this one guy, he's announcing to all these toys and all these humans. I mean, like, again, the toys things trim me out. Like, they're clearly like the new species that Oda was talking about. Toys. Fucking weird. But it is Oda. And what is Oda is after this guy talks about, you know, like, we have the Mera no Mi, like, this is Ace's Logia power, and we have all these guys from, like, the new world, like, you know, like high top tier dudes in the new world that are here, who are going to fight in this Coliseum right now in this tournament, in this Dragon Ball Z style tournament, I believe so. And they have gladiators to oppose these men from the new world, and these gladiators themselves are from the Quixote family. And we see these gladiators. I mean, first of all, number 1, Senor Pink. What the fuck? He has like a binky in his mouth. He's like on some baby shit. It's like he has like on some true shit. Like, he has a woman like right next to him, caressing him, feeling him up, and he's rocking a binky. And his name is Senor Pink. I mean, all I can say is, in typical Oda fashion, that's all I can say. Like, no one's gonna rock it. Like, who would draw a hardcore dude rocking a binky and call him Senor Pink? Ichiro Oda. Fuck it. Then there's this guy called Dellinger. Yeah, Dellinger. Some kid, like, some kid, whatever. Then we have the old guy that we've seen before, Lao G. Lao G. Like, what is that? Who the fuck? Lao G. Emphasis on the O, because it's clearly of Chinese origin. Lao. No. Alright, fine, no. I got excited. If you don't know who that is, go watch the movie Sword the Stranger. Fucking Lao Ling. Alright, but Lao G, I mean, apparently this old man's hardcore. And when I saw this guy, he immediately, because I've seen before, but it wasn't until like this week's chapter where this guy immediately reminded me of one of the Gorosei, the old dude with the fucking sword. Now, I know they have no relation, or at least I'm pretty sure that they don't have any relation. But just seeing these two together, like seeing him and then like remembering the old guy from the Gorosei, I'm like this just lets me, like, this gives me like a very strong feeling that these old guys, these Gorosei, are like hacks as fuck. Because like, if this guy, if he's a gladiator that can fight against New World high tiers and maybe even top tiers, shit. I'm just saying, man, old dudes. Be on the lookout for old men in One Piece, all right? Because old men in One Piece could be surprisingly OP as fuck. And then there's another guy, what was his name? Fucking hell. Mach Vale, something like that. I forgot. He's also one of the other dudes that we've seen before in the Quixote family. But I forgot his name. Mach something. And then like the last guy we see is, again, the champion of the Coliseum, Diamante. Diamante. So that's the chapter right there. And if you're wondering, okay, so when it comes to parts, part 1, the whole entire Karibo thing, again, it's very intriguing. We're not too sure exactly what's going on here. And you know what, part 1, like, even though it's the cover page, I gotta give it a rating, man. And that was good. Because revolutionaries on Kaido's island is kind of like, we don't know what's going on here. And it's very intriguing because it leads to grand possibilities to see revolutionaries on Kaido's island, or at least revolutionaries, or maybe these revolutionaries are solely reside on this island, like the island itself is in like a revolt against Kaido himself. We're not too sure, but it's still very intriguing and it's still good. So that's number one. Number two, again, old man. That's also a good part because the old man, he does have some clear connection, some clear connection to the admirals. At least in my personal opinion, I could be wrong entirely. He could be revolutionary. He could be, he could be whoever. But my personal opinion, after seeing Ruby's, after seeing everything One Piece's video, I'm thinking, yeah, like this guy, he's probably Fujitora. And, because again, like this guy, the bartender was like, yo, holy shit, like you're fucking, like you're, and he's like, yeah, like, and then, so why would a revolutionary tell him to, yeah, like, here's my address? Like revolutionaries, they wouldn't do that shit. Revolutionaries, they wouldn't have addresses in the first place. I'm just saying. I mean, why would a revolutionary pay for damage that he's created? I mean, I'm just saying, like, Marines, they can do that because the Marines are backed up by the world government, and they have they have a shit ton of money. So, yeah, I mean, I think he's Fujitora, or at least someone Marine later. So that's number two. And number two, I'll give a good. Number three, and it's very intriguing with the whole entire fairy thing, but again, we're not too sure with the whole entire fairy thing. It's iffy, so that part was okay. But knowing that Kinemon wants to challenge Zoro for the right of claim to, Shishui, yeah, okay, fine. That is also, it's intriguing. But will it go through? I'm not too sure. But that fight it'll be at least a decent fight, at least. So that part also, I'll give okay. Now, part 4, Frankie taking over. Frankie taking over. And seeing, and then also hearing about the Devil Fruit. Then Luffy finds out about the Merry no Mi in the Coliseum. But mainly Frankie taking over. That part I'll give a good, just because of that. Just because of Frankie. So that's part 4 right there. And then part 5 obviously also gets another good, or actually a good plus, because we're hearing about the Coliseum. We're seeing the Merry no Mi in the middle as a prize. We're getting to know the names of all, or at least most of the Quixote members that take place. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure that this is most of the Quixotes. Yeah, I mean, if you include Baby 5 and Buffalo, and then these 4 people, Senor Pink, Lao G, Dellinger, and then the last guy. Yeah, we can say that's most of the Quixote family so far. I mean, there may be more out there, but we're not too sure. But still, that that was all at least good. And then Diamante just standing like, yeah, I'm Diamante. I'm the fucking champion of this bitch ass Coliseum. So the chapter overall, I'll give it good. Like, it was a good chapter, One Piece. It was nice. It was very informative. It was surprising, at least in my personal opinion, with fucking Frankie's ass. And we'll see where it goes. But in my opinion, out of all things that are going on so far, the most intriguing thing, definitely by far, is this blind swordsman ability user. Like, we're gonna see where that goes. Yeah, Fujitora, revolutionary, who knows? Who knows? Vice captain of a fucking, or captain of some kind of pirate ship. Maybe he's somehow connected with the actual Yoko. We don't know. Shichibukai. We don't know. So we'll see where that goes. So I'm done. King Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day. Yeah.